excited to welcome all of you to the team call where we meet same time, same place every Monday night. Just bear with me a little bit. I'm a little under the weather, but I'm here, so I'm excited. But I want to kick us off by giving some of you guys a shout out for having a remarkable week. So I'm going to start with our top sponsors. These are all the names that you see on our cover photo every single week. I mean, not a top sponsor, top producer, but to be a superstar producer on the team, that number, just so you guys know, it comes from personal volume. So that's going to be your own orders, but it's really your customer orders. So that means these coaches are helping a whole lot of people get started and continue on their weight loss journey, which is what it is all about. So way to go, 400 superstars: Rajan Hines, Danielle Imberg, Jenna Pugh, Taylor DeBoard, Carrie Peterson, Artino Wallace, Amber Douglas, Krista Anderson, Kathy Baranti, and Jessica Leese. 500 superstars: Nina Smolinski, Kelly Matson, and Amanda Steele. 600 superstars: Michael Ullman, Megan Masakowski, and Ruth Schroner. 800 superstars: Susan Stearns, Bailey Kenzel, and myself. And the top producer of the week took that top spot again. She's been out there a lot. Let's do the wave for top producer Katerina Cipriani. Yay, Katerina, and everyone on that list. Awesome job. Next up, we have some top sponsors. Telling you guys, you got to watch those top sponsors. They mean business. To be a top sponsor, it's when you add 3 or more coaches to the team in one single week. 3 or more new coaches in 1 week. We have 4 new top sponsors: Cassidy Brewer, Jennifer Gallant, Ruth Schroner, and Taylor Steele. Way to go, coaches. We also have 2 brand new Emerald coaches. You guys, it is not too late to advance to Emerald. If you are not Emerald or above yet, you want to be Emerald. That's when you're fully open for business. It's when you start to earn cycle bonuses off of this amazing team. And when you also qualify for Success Club, it's when you start to receive free customers from Beachbody. In case you guys don't know, I was a free customer assigned to my coach, and she now has our entire organization in her downline because she was an Emerald or above coach that day. So way to go, brand new Emeralds, Emily Watts and Jessica Kling. Exciting stuff. Now, we don't have too many announcements, but how many of you guys know what tomorrow is? Finally, let's hear it. Who's going to be first to tell us? I know I'm super excited for this. Nobody's typing. There we go, Nicole. Fruit Punch Energize. Yes, it will be going on sale tomorrow around 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It could be sooner, it could be later, but that's just a good ballpark. That's a noon Eastern. Fruit Punch Energize will be available. And I'm going to do some kind of drawing for everybody that orders. So just be checking once it goes live sometime in Dare to Dream. We'll do some kind of ring the bell post so that you guys can have a chance to win an extra prize just for trying it. But I know I'm super pumped to get another flavor of Energize because Energize is life. And now drinking more Energize is more life. So, sorry, I'm getting worked up and I can't do that. Next up, announcements. I will also be traveling tomorrow to Utah for the Coach Advisory Board meeting. So that's always a fun time. In case you guys don't know, there are 8 coaches in the network on the Coach Advisory Board, and we meet with Carl and Michael and all of the executives and tell them whatever we want to tell them for 2.5 days when we sit in really long meetings. Say a prayer for me, because I'm not even doing a lot of sitting right now. For those of you that don't know, I am newly pregnant and extremely sick. So this should be a lot of fun. But yeah, so say a prayer, and it's really cool, though, to get to be a part of the Coach Advisory Board, to get to actually have a say in what happens with the network. So just know that I'm there representing you guys 100% and leaving no stone unturned. Another announcement, maybe 2 more announcements at least. We have our Dare to Dream Summit luncheon tickets now on sale. How many of you guys already have your summit ticket? Drop it in the comments. Who will be at Coach Summit? You do not want to miss this event. It is the event of the year. I will be there. You should be there. And if you're going to Summit, you 100% have to come to the Dare to Dream luncheon. You guys already have some amazing surprises that better happen. But if they do and you are not at that luncheon, I'm just going to let you know, if any of these surprises happen, You're going to be so upset that you're not there. So make sure you get your lunch in. It's going to be the most food you get at all of Summits, and it's good, and it's an amazing place. So make sure that you are in our Summit group. We have a Dare to Dream Summit 2019 group. You can find the link under files. There's a whole document that always has all of our links in one stop shop. And then you can see where to get your lunch and tickets in there on the link to buy your tickets. That's the easiest way. I also emailed all of you on our mailing list this morning, and it was also in that email as well. Okay, other than that, don't forget next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow, is our next VIP coach preview party, which is our new open house. It's a new way we're doing the open house. Number one, you want to utilize this. You get to invite people to come in one day. It's not a 1 hour thing anymore. It's a 1 day thing where they can come in the group. Whenever they have time, they can read through the posts and learn even more about what we do as a team, what we offer. But then, in case you guys missed it, Morgan just did our very first one. We're starting a brand new new coach call team-wide. So this is going to be for are you guys still there? Okay, you guys still there? Because you just all looked frozen. Okay, I see Eva. So this is going to be team-wide. So what's going to happen is we have our open house group twice a month still. It's on the second Thursday of the month and the last Tuesday of the month, just like it used to be. But then on the Sunday night following every single open house group, we're having a new coach getting started right team-wide call. So this is going to be an awesome tool for you to plug your new coaches into. So it's also going to just go with the flow of things. You invite to the open house. After the open house, you follow up and you say, you know what, you want to sign up now so you can get into that new coach call. And it will be recorded. I'm not sure if the last one was. Only Morgan would know that. Because there is obviously a 2-week lull in there. So say somebody was just gung-ho and didn't want to wait for the next call, you could always send them the recording. But I would also send them the next live call because I think there's power in being able to get on live with real people instead of just listening to a recording. Okay, so it looks like it was not recorded, like I said, which is fine. Our next one will be the next Sunday right after the next Tuesday. So that'll be, 2 Sundays? So now we know we got to push to invite everybody to get signed up before then so that they can participate in that call. And this is great for Team Cup, you guys. Y'all are all on Team Cup teams. We're pushing, we're sharing, we're inviting. So now we know we've got our open house towards the end of the month that we can do our final follow-ups and then nudge them to get signed up in time to be on our coach getting started right call. And that call will always be, Morgan, correct me if I'm wrong, it'll always be on the Sunday after the open house at 8:00 p.m. Eastern. I think that was the time that was decided on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is 8:00 p.m. Eastern on the Sunday after the open house. Oh, that was a lot. Okay, so I think that covers the announcements. Of course, we're in the final week of Transform 20 for those in our team-wide group. It is going amazing, and we are definitely doing another round. We're going to do the hybrid calendar on round 2 for most of us. We get to incorporate the weights where you'll see me, but I'm really excited. These are like my favorite workouts, not because I'm in them, because that would be really weird and stupid, but I actually just really like them because they're a little bit slower, but you have weights. So make sure that you are in that group, you're invited to that group. All of you that are finishing around, you should be sharing your results, sharing the wins. I did a post yesterday asking people what they've their favorite takeaway up to this point. You guys use those comments. Those are amazing comments of real life people that got real amazing results. And it doesn't have to just be physical because you guys know this program is more than that. Share those wins, invite to the next round. That's like all I'm inviting to this entire week to people to join me starting on Monday. And taking advantage of that challenge pack sale, which will be ending at the end of this month. So it's still free, you guys. If you think about the challenge pack, say they don't need a step. They get their own step, they already have a step, or say they want to buy the step. Just the step is irrelevant because without the step, the challenge pack is $160. If you take Transform 20 out of it and you just buy a BOD challenge pack, it's $160. So I have people that are like, well, I'm going to wait till it's free in April. Like, it's actually free now with the challenge pack as well. So there's no need to wait because it's still free. In March, it will not be free. In March, it will go up in price. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. But without further ado, I'm super excited about our guest speaker tonight. Chrissy Marie was singing her praises, so I'm actually new to the world of Sydney Thompson. She is not a Dare to Dream coach, but she is a Beachbody coach, and she has had some tremendous success right out of the gate. So I was so excited that she was willing to come and share with you guys, because especially me being 8 years in, a lot of times I know that y'all just roll your eyes when I say something, but I'm like, wait, she's a brand new a 1 year in coach. She's a 5-star diamond. She's a military wife. You guys, she averages 50 successful points a month. She finished number 63 in the company last year. And now she's already this year kicking off strong I think she's in the top 10 already. So this is amazing, especially because these rankings, in case you guys don't know how elite works, how the top 10 works, it judges off of 2 years of work. So considering she's ranking that with only 1 year going against people with 2 years, I'm a numbers freak, so I'm like, dang, that is so good. So Sydney, we are super pumped to have you, and the floor is officially yours.
All right, well, thanks for that introduction. I appreciate it. So tonight, basically what I want to talk to you guys is how I got started rocking my coaching business from the very beginning. And I kind of tried to tailor this towards brand new coaches, and if you've been a coach for a while and you're trying to get your coaches started on coaching. So if you have any questions throughout this, just drop them in the chat. I'll answer them afterwards or as I'm going, but I'm an open book, so you can feel free to ask me whatever you want to. So basically, I'm just going to start back to a year ago when I signed up as a coach. So sorry, my dogs are freaking out. Girls, not right now. Okay, so a year ago, I was a first-year teacher, and I was teaching 5th grade. And so every single day, I loved teaching. I loved my job. I had worked so hard to become a teacher and felt that it was like my true calling or passion or whatever. About a month into my teaching job, I found out that my partner teacher, who was also teaching 5th grade, was quitting. And I found out that my husband was getting deployed for the first time. So my world kind of got turned upside down, and I was extremely stressed out. My husband was gone, obviously, so I was just kind of alone. I don't know if there's any other military wives on here, but a lot of times you don't have friends in a lot of seasons of your life, and that was definitely a season of mine where I had nobody. And so I'm living in this state alone with a new job, a teacher, and just didn't really know what to do. So I was giving everything to my teaching job. I was working like 13 hours a day, coming home, doing more schoolwork, and then on the weekends it was just like sleeping and like Netflix. And I was just like sad, guys. And I was that person who was like on her stories, which I used to talk on my stories before I was even a Beachbody coach. I just wanted to share with the world what I was doing, even though it was so boring. I was the type of person who was like, don't ask me to join your Beachbody group. Like, I'm not interested. And my coach invited me anyways. She was like, screw it. I'm going to invite her in. Like, who cares? So she invites me, and I say, no, thank you. But we just keep talking. We keep chatting. And at the time, my mom has done Beachbody for 5 years and has gotten incredible results. So I see her and she's like, I'm starting this 80-day program. And I'm like, who would do an 80-day program? Like, that's ridiculous. But, you know, she kind of planted that seed. And a couple of days later, I reached out to my coach and I'm like, so this 80-day program, like, are we going all in or no? And she's like, yeah, we're doing it. And I'm like, meal plan? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, like, let's just do it. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I honestly just wanted friends. She was a brand new coach at the time, but I just had seen her become so happy in such a short amount of time. She was posting about these friends, posting about these challenge groups, and I was like, okay, like, I want to be a part of this for something to do. And so I started off with 80-day obsession, and I did it for 12 days, and I was like, this is amazing. Like, I just want to share this with absolutely everybody. So I decided to sign up as a coach, and guys, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I was in no coach sneak peek. I wasn't following 10 different Beachbody coaches for a year watching what they were doing. I watched my coach do this for a month, and just said, yeah, sure, like sign me up as coach. So I had no idea what I was getting into, but I decided that I was going to go all in with it. And my word for tonight is kind of going to be like decide, because in this business, success is a decision. Everything in this business is a decision. And so I went all in and I got results, you guys. So that's the number one thing, is you're a health and fitness coach. You have to get results, whether it's mental, physical, something. You have to have some sort of result, because people need to be seeing that, and people need to see you making that transformation. So even if you've lost 50 pounds and look incredible right now, you still have to keep pushing yourself to your next level. Maybe you're not getting a huge physical transformation anymore, but you have to keep like working to be the best version of yourself. You can't just get comfortable and stay where you are, because your business is never going to grow. So back to like coaching stuff. I didn't really have any fancy training. It was like a 3-day training from her upline coach. And I think that sometimes in this business, we get overwhelmed with all of the things. There's thousands of trainings. I mean, y'all's upline is Jessica. She has so much information, and like her team page is probably incredible, and it can be so easy to get overwhelmed. But ultimately, let's take it back to the basics, and you just have to do the things. So you need to take action, and that's what I did as a coach. Is I didn't wait until I understood everything in this business. I didn't wait until I got a ring light, or I got a new iPhone, or I found the perfect filter for my photos. I just started doing it. I was in a dark basement at 3:45 in the morning, working out, like in my Target sports bra. It didn't matter. And I didn't have some fancy filter or some super cute Instagram. But all I did was just start sharing my journey, and people started watching. So quit waiting for like this perfect scenario where you like have this amazing transformation already and you have like 10,000 followers. Like, stop. Just start posting now. So also, you need to quit waiting for what your coach tells you to do. So utilizing Team Cup, like Transform 20 Next Challenge Group, like yes, that's great, but you also need to start doing things on your own. You should already have your Fruit Punch Energized, and you should have been talking about it for a long time by now. But if you're not, like now's the time to make that decision to change and become that kind of coach who takes action before being asked. So follow your coach's lead, because what they're doing is successful. And so if you see them posting on their stories or, talking about Fruit Punch Energize, you better be talking about that same stuff, because that's what successful coaches do. So you need to make sure that you're following their lead, but not being dependent on them to tell you what to do. Sorry, I'm checking all my notes here. I'm very scattered. Are you doing the vital behaviors every single day? Something you need to ask yourself. And for a long time, I really wasn't. I was kind of like halfway doing. I kind of just sent invites when I felt like it. That doesn't make your business successful, guys. You have to be doing the things every single day. And if you're taking enough time, there's 60 I have not or yesterday. Or why have you not printed it out? Why are you not following it? Why are you not inviting consistently? Because you obviously care enough to get on this call. So do you not care enough to drive your business forward and do the actions? So you need to make sure that your stories, growing your following, reading personal development, and like giving back to your own team and your own challengers. Where am I going now? But things that happen are, we get on, so there's this analogy, and think about an escalator, like at a mall, it's going down, and you're at the bottom of it, and when you're a kid, you try to like run to the top of it. You try to run like the opposite way that the escalator's going. So it takes a lot of effort to get up that escalator, right? So you're running, you get all the way to the top, and what's going to happen if you stop when you get to the very top? You're going to go all the way back down, because the escalator is moving down. But you just spent all that work getting up to the top, and now you're back at the bottom just because you stopped. So now you're going to have to work that much harder to get all the way back up to the top again. And that's the same thing with coaching. You can sprint and do your vitals and do your tracker and do all the things for a month, let's say. You're running up that escalator, doing all the things, but you decide, I'm going to take a week off. It's been a really hard week at work. I'm tired. Like social media, I can't really do it right now. I can't really send my invites, so I'm just not going to get on. Well, you're just losing all of that credibility by not showing up for a week. So now you're going to have to start all over again and go back up that escalator and redo all the things that you just spent all that time doing. And if you put that on a bigger scale, just stop, because you're not being consistent. You're not showing people that you can be consistent with this and do it and show up. So you're going to have to start all over again. And that's what this business is. It's consistency, and it's the little things every single day. You would need to have belief in this company as well. Believe in this company, and then a little bit more belief. So if you don't believe that Beachbody can change people's lives, if you don't believe that the workout, you can work out from home, have the motivation to do so, if you don't believe that Shakeology is nutritious and helpful and helps you stay on your meal plan, how is anybody else going to believe that? You have to believe it in your core that Beachbody can truly change somebody's life, and you have to speak that truth on your social media and to the people that you're talking to. Because if you don't believe it, like, guys, people can see through BS so fast. So you need to believe it. And ultimately, you have to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe that you can do this business, that you can rock these workouts and get results, that you can change your life through this, then nothing's going to happen for you. And I truly believe that it comes down to belief in yourself that makes you successful. And you need to also believe in this business opportunity, because yes, you can sell challenge packs all day. You can help people lose weight. But guys, if you want to build a business, you have to believe in the business too. You have to be sharing about what this opportunity is doing for you and what it's going to do for your family and what it could do for your girls and their families. And their futures. You have to be talking about all those things. But ultimately, it just comes down to belief in yourself and deciding that you want to do it. So you need to decide, are you a CEO in this business, or are you just an employee? And what I mean by that is, an employee is just someone who, they show up to work, they work for a little bit, like if you're an employee, like when I was like working at like Quiznos, which was like my old job, just clean the place and then like leave when time was over. I wasn't like staying extra at Quiznos like to do anything extra. But a CEO is constantly figuring out how to grow their business. They're pouring into their leaders. They're pouring into themselves. They're not setting limits on their business and what's going to happen for them. They're pushing themselves to their limits to become better. And to become the best. And that's what you need in this business. Because if you're just acting like an employee, you're going to get paid like an employee, and you're just going to be a Beachbody employee who just maybe sells like a challenge pack a month. And that's not what you want. I know that's not what you want. You didn't get into this business to just be normal and to just be average. You wanted something more. So decide to do it. So I came into this business, I hit Emerald in a day. So Emerald's a decision. My coach told me, hit Diamond in a month. She didn't make Diamond sound hard. She didn't tell me all these crazy things about Diamond, like, you got to do this, do that. She's like, you're hitting Diamond in a month. Like, that's what we're doing. And I was like, okay, like, sure, I suppose. Like, again, I didn't know what was going on. So I just said, sure. Because she didn't make it sound hard. And I think we just make things seem so confusing. Like, you have to hit Diamond. Like, it's this huge thing. And yes, it's such an accomplishment. But, like, quit making it to be this huge thing when Diamond is just a decision. It's 8 discount coaches and find a working coach. Well, technically 10 discount coaches, because you can put them under your CBC or your control business center or whatever you guys call it. So I hit Diamond in a month, right? woohoo, yay, so excited. But then I just sat in this diamond mindset. And I'm guessing some of you guys are sitting in this diamond mindset right now. So I hit diamond and I didn't really do anything else, guys. I was like, yay, like this was my goal. I did it. Congratulations. So I was the girl who was selling challenge packs for days. Like I could get anybody to sign up as a challenger. Like that was my jam. I was talking about the fitness, talking about how 80 Day changed my life, everything like that, but I wasn't really growing my team. And I had this huge goal in 2018 to be an elite coach, and I saw my coach hit it extremely fast. And I was like, okay, like if she can do it, I can do it. So I just kept waiting. I was like, okay, like someone's gonna pop diamond. So, like, you know, I have a couple girls, like I'll just wait for them to do it, right? Didn't have a team page, wasn't running team calls. I was literally just selling challenge packs and like being a really good coach to my challengers, but I wasn't being a good coach to my coach. And so I sat at 1-star for, I think it was 6 months, and it was in November. It was like 11 days before you could like hit the mark to qualify for elite. And I get on this team call, and Holly Hillier's speaking on there, and she's like, a couple years ago, I was in the same position. It was 11 days till you could hit elite. I was sitting at 4-star, and she hit elite in 11 days. She got to 5-star. And at this point, I was sitting with 3 diamonds on one leg. So I was still a 1-star, and I was like annoyed because, you know, that sucks. I wasn't even going to be premier. So Holly's telling all these things like, you can do this. You just have to decide to do it. Like, you don't need to know who's going to get you there, but you just have to do it anyways. And I started like sobbing on this call. I had to like block my video out, and I was like, oh my God, like I'm going to just do this. So you guys, literally all I did was decide that I was going to become a 5-star diamond. I had absolutely no idea who the other 2 people were going to be. I had like a couple emeralds over there, but they weren't really like doing much. So I didn't know who they were going to be, but I decided that I was going to be a 5-star diamond, and I wasn't going to let that, like I wasn't just going to end the year at a 1-star. So that's when my business really changed, is when I decided that I was going to do this. So I went all in, guys. Like I printed out the tracker. I 10x'd the tracker. I started showing up on my own team calls. Like this is within 11-day span, guys. Like I'm like training. Everybody want to get on a team call. Like, and my girls saw me. And in the end, I did not hit 5-star diamond by the end of the year. We did not end as an elite team, but the first week in 2019, we hit 5-star. Because, so one of the girls that was that emerald that I was talking about. Another one of those girls was a brand new girl that I got in a sneak peek that week, who decided she was going to run with it and hit diamond in a month. So just think if I would have never even decided that I was going to do this. All I did, guys, was put my head down and do the work. And that's all that you have to do too. Quit worrying about who's going to get you there. Quit worrying about this discount coach went inactive, or so-and-so canceled her coach account, so now I have to find another person to get me to diamond because I was so close. Like, quit thinking about all that stuff. Quit worrying about what they're doing. Quit banking on them. Put your head down and do the work, and the people are going to show up because you're showing up. And act like the coach that you want to be. I don't care if you are a brand new coach with nobody underneath of you. You need to be acting like a freaking elite coach before you even get there, because that was the mistake that I did for the longest time. Was I just let myself be a diamond. And yes, diamond is great. I don't want to undermine that, but like, you didn't get into this business to just hit diamond. There's so much more than diamond. Diamond is just like a stepping stone to the rest of this business. And you have to get past that mindset that like that's the destination, because it is not. You need to step up and be a leader even when you have nobody. And like, you should be that person who's on their stories and I'm like, dang girl, like she seems like she's like the CEO of Beachbody because she's so obsessed with her like journey. She's so obsessed with her products. I don't care if you haven't made a dime with Beachbody. You still need to talk about all of the things that it can offer for other people. And you need to just act confident, because people don't know. And when they sign up to be a coach, they don't care if you're an emerald. I didn't care that my coach wasn't a diamond when she signed up. I didn't even know what that meant. I just knew that she was so freaking passionate about this. I thought she was a top coach, guys. Like, I thought she was like the real deal, which she is now, but at the time she was not. So, like, just step up and breathe that confidence and that belief into every single thing that you're talking about on your social media. And for my like older coaches who have been coaching for a while, and you have a downline and you want your coaches to get started faster, you need to do more is like literally the only thing that I can say is your coaches are going to do half of what you do. So if you're hitting Success Club 6, your coaches will maybe scrape by with 2 or maybe get 0. But if you're up on that board with like Success Club 20 or something like that, your coaches are going to be like, wow, I need to step up. I need to get up there. And they'll see other girls start doing it as well. And they'll want to be inside of that like group that's hitting high Success Club. They want that because they want to know that they're successful, and they know that what you're doing is successful. But if they only see you just hitting Success Club 6 at the end of the month, like they're like, oh, well, I'm pretty good. Like I'm at Success Club 2, like, and I'm below her. So you just have to step it up, guys. And one of my coaches said this the other day. She's like, I was sitting here and I was getting so frustrated that I'm at the same, I always hit the, she's like, it's so annoying, like why is that not changing? And she's like, well, because I'm so like, how do you have the right to get pissed that you're not hitting more Success Club, that you're not recruiting more coaches if you're doing the same thing that you did last month and the month before and the month before? If you want higher Success Club, if you want a bigger team, if you want more diamonds on your team, you need to step up. You need to level up and do more. So if you're only sending 15 invites a day, send 30. Like, level it up and your business will level up as well. But the more you do, I'm just going to keep going back to that, the more that you decide to do is the more success that you're going to have in this business. It's not like someone's out there sending like 6,000 invites every single day and that's the only way to be successful. It's the people who are doing things consistently over time. So basically, get uncomfortable. Like, I send 62 invites a day. Do I like sending 62 invites? Absolutely not. I hate it. I hate it at like 40. It's like, ooh, this is not fun anymore. But if I just stopped at 40, love the random number. It's actually, guys, it's so good. There's, it's the magic number. There's 31 lines. You can't really see my notebook. There's 31 lines on a notebook, so I literally do 31 people, and then over here I do 31 people. Yes. Yeah, Kate Morgan is my coach. So that's where I got this method from. But I just sent 62 invites. So do I like sending that many? No, I like sending about 40. And then I'm like, wow, this is getting annoying. Like, I don't really want to send anymore. But if I just stopped at 40, my business is going to be lower because I'm not getting uncomfortable and pushing myself to invite more people and to talk to more people and to do more. So getting uncomfortable. And ultimately, I guess the last thing that I want to say is there's no like secret to this business. The people who want to do this are going to do this. They're gonna go all in, but you have to show them how. You have to be there when they sign up and do it yourself. Like, if you're not doing the tracker, how can you expect your coaches to do the tracker? If you're not showing up on team calls, how will you expect your coaches to do the same? If you don't have a team page, number one, you need to do that right now. Be an independent coach. Like, quit relying on your upline coach to do everything for you. Plug your girls into that stuff, but you need to be responsible and take ownership of your own business. Like, people signed up with you because they wanted to sign up with you. They would have signed up with Jessica if they wanted to sign up with her, but they didn't. They wanted to sign up with you because you are their person and they want to hear from you. Yes, obviously, plug into this team call, but you should be running your own. You should be your own trainings and so someone just said, that's so scary. Dude, I know. I'm like preaching to myself right now. I was the person who just chilled in my coach's sneak peek, in my coach's team page the longest time. But I wasn't getting this because I was just like giving them to her. I wasn't mentoring. I wasn't doing anything for myself. But that's when my coaches have their own. Now my girls have their own teams. And I'm like, what is even happening? Like, when did this happen? I have no clue. But it will happen if you do it. You set the expectations on your team. So then your team has a good example to follow. But if you're not doing the things, they think that they can just get by not doing the things. Like, I saw my hit diamond in a month, so I was like, I gotta do it in a month. So be the expectation for your team. And honestly, like I was saying, there's no secret to this. There's no, like, I could give you my invite. I could give you my filter. You could watch my stories every single day and post the same exact thing that I do, but it's not going to work unless, number one, you believe in yourself, and number two, you just show up and do the things. It's the things that you don't want to do every single day that drive this business forward and make you successful, but you have to be willing to take that action and do it consistently. So that's all that I have to say about that. Does anybody have any questions? I haven't really been paying attention to this. How am I growing my Instagram? So I feel like Instagram's weird right now, but I just like honestly spend 20 minutes a day. So I find like my friend from college. I go to her followers. I find one of her followers and I go to their followers and I start just like going through, clicking on them, and I just engage in their posts. So I'm taking it way back to like how I guess people used to grow their Instagrams on Beachbody. That wasn't how it was really working when I joined, but I'm going back to the basics. And I've gotten so much more engagement, and it's slower, but it's like real people rather than when I joined, I was getting all these like random men from like different countries. And I was like, I don't want you on my page. So yes, it's slower, but like making those like real connections and finding like real people that I actually want to talk to and taking the time to talk to them without like ever thinking of an invite. I'm literally just trying to build friendships. And so that's how I've been growing my Instagram. Invite. I don't know what means. If you could clarify it. How do I invite? Send the same message to basically everybody. It was a super short, simple message. It was like, hey girl, I'm running this boot camp. Do you want info? Like, that's it. That's all I'm saying. And I'm inviting to people who watch my stories, comment on my post, like, talk to me on Instagram, or even just follow me. And I think it kind of just goes back to, you need to invite how you want to be invited. If you don't feel good about sending an invite initially to someone that you have never talked to before, then don't do that. Make a connection with them, but you have to do what feels good to you. Me, I invite anybody who's watching my stuff or even on my Instagram, because I talk about Beachbody all the time. Like, I don't know why you're following me if you have absolutely no interest in health and fitness or anything. If not, that's cool. Like, we can still be friends, but I'm going to ask you because you're watching me. Like, your Instagram's your business and people are in your business, so ask them. Since I invite 62 people a day, how many responses do I get? Do I do cold or warm invites? Okay, so I never invite people who do not follow me. I don't do that. How many responses do I get? Maybe 10. Maybe 2 of them say I want more information, and maybe the rest of them are like, no, I already have a coach, or like, no, I have something else going on. So it's not like I'm getting a ton of responses, guys, but every single month I'm going back through and I'm inviting those people again. So if you're still watching my story, I'm sending you a February invite, even though I just sent you a January one. And like I said, you have to do what feels right to you, but I keep inviting them. This is like the best story ever, and it just happened yesterday. I invited this girl for like she would ghost me every single month, never respond. And I hadn't invited her in like a month, and I was about to go invite her again actually, and I see that she had messaged me. She's like, hey, I know that I've been ghosting you for months. Like, I'm ready to jump in, and I'm actually wanting to coach. And I was like, for this whole time, just like thinking about it. And like, so thank you for continuing to follow up with me. And I was like, wow, okay. That's why I do what I do. That's why I continue to invite people, even though they ghost me. Like, they didn't block you. They didn't tell you to like leave them alone. I'm going to keep inviting you because you're still watching. Like, I don't believe that you're not interested if you're watching my story. Like, you have to be a little bit interested. I'm not that interesting. Do I believe in making sure that the amount of followers is more than the amount that you are following? I think that that's probably just like a good tactic. Yeah, because if I go to someone and I'm like, they're following like 7,000 people and only have like 200 followers, I'm like, well, like that's a little bit weird. So I don't follow more than are following me. I unfollow people who aren't following me back, honestly. I just do. DM. I do like all my business through Instagram DMs. Like I'm just like sending them invites, and so if someone tells me like, no, not right now, I say, when's a good time for me to check back in with you? They say March. Okay, I have a planner, and I go write down their username in March, and then on March 1st, I'm gonna go check back in with that person. I don't have like a flawless system. Like, yes, I'm sure some people I don't follow up with, but for the most part, I feel like I get to invite people over and over because they're still watching my stuff and they're still following me. So I just like go back through who I'm following. I really hope you guys cannot hear my dog chewing on her bone right now. It's so loud. Did you start with Facebook friends and family? Okay, so here's the deal, guys. I did not. I had this separate Instagram account where I shared teaching stuff. So if you've ever been in the teaching Instagram world, you know it's like you just share your lesson plans and like your cute classrooms and all those things. So I had one of those Instagrams. So I started out with those people first because I'd been talking to them. But after a while, I will say, I just had to get over myself. I was like hiding this from my friends. I was not really even telling other family members except for like my parents. And finally, I just decided, you know what? I went to my old Instagram, followed all of my friends, all of my followers, and I was like, you have a chance to follow me now. Like, you can see what I'm doing. And surprisingly, like, so many of them ended up joining me. So if you're afraid to talk to your friends and your family, just do it. Like, they're gonna support you, and even if they ghost you or ignore you, just let them keep watching and see what you have to offer and see that you're consistent, and eventually they will jump in with you. Going to Facebook 7, and you need to go through them. I now go through my Facebook. I don't really do a bunch on Facebook, but I have been going through Facebook friends and inviting them because they're watching too. How do I invite to the coaching opportunity? I run sneak peeks every other week. So I think you guys were talking about like, oh, you have like a 1-day like coaching thing or something. So it's similar to that. I just run one of those every 2 weeks, and that's basically how I invite to coaching. I invite to the sneak peek girls who I think like would be cool that I talk to or might be interested in it. But sometimes, guys, if I see a girl who like I talk to a lot or who has a really awesome Instagram and is already like into health and fitness or something like that, I just message them. I'm like, dude, you should be a coach. Like, I am so chill, like, because that's how I would want to be invited. Or I ask my challengers, like, okay, why are you not coaching? Like, you're incredible. So it goes back to like invite how you want to be invited. A lot of my coaches who are rock stars on my team started out as coaches and challengers on the same day. So I don't ever tell people that you need to like go through a program, because you have this amazing opportunity to take people along on the journey. Like I started 12 days into 80-day obsession. I didn't have any experience with fitness or health, but I told people that. I told people how I was struggling and how I was overcoming it. And that's such a good story. Like, don't make your people wait until they have these incredible results to become a coach. Yes, some people will want to wait, and that's okay. But don't make people feel like they have to wait until they have this amazing transformation. Like, take people on the journey. That's so much more powerful than just showing up with like a 6-pack of abs, being like, hey, what's up? Like, ready to coach. Like, no, I want to see you. I want to see your struggles. Okay, I think that's the last question, unless there's.
Yeah, I think you hit them all.
Yay, sorry, I've been talking a lot.
No, that was so great. Thank you so much for being so willing to share. I mean, obviously you have a passion and fire and it comes through. And that's what I just love the most is, like you said, when you feel it and you share it, that's what resonates. And you are literally proof of that. So thank you so much for taking the time. I know everybody is so pumped. All the comments even here and in the team page have been amazing. But wow, I mean, I'm fired up. I don't know about you guys.
I'm fired up.
Right? You're going to do more than 62 today. I just know it.
I know. I'm like, who else can I go talk to?
Right? But no doubt we will be seeing more from you as well. I have no doubt about it. But thank you. I just love hearing from someone like you, you know, because it's just so cool that like I think people think just you have to be in this a long time, or in a couple years you'll become, and you literally like put no limits on yourself and it shows. So
right, like believe bigger sooner. Like you don't have to wait so long to like become successful. If you want to be successful, do it now. Like quit saying that you need to have a couple years in the door, or like with your foot in the door.
Like you said, it's literally a mind shift. It's a decision, and you are just making those decisions a lot quicker than a lot of other people are. And they'll think it's something else, but it's like themselves standing in their own way, and you got out of your way. So that is so awesome. So thank you for coming on here so much and for sharing your energy and your passion with us. And good luck to you this year. We will be rooting for you as you continue doing amazing things, and we will be joining you, right, guys, as we start tearing down our own limiting beliefs as well. So thank you so much. You guys have a good night. Dare to dream. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.